Claudine, you've been involved with the ACG from its formative stages. You've seen a lot happen in the industry, and you frankly know a lot about what's happening today. Can you talk a little bit about the leadership roles you've had within ACG in New York?
Yeah, so I mean, first of all, it's been great. ACG's been great, and I started. So my first real leadership role with ACG was Women of Leadership, the chair, and I got to just think back. That was probably 5-6 years ago, and I did that for 3 years. Well, actually, I was the chair for 2 years. I went onto that committee and told them I was only going to do it if I could put in place a rotation plan for the committee members and for the chair, because I felt it was healthy for the organization. No, I mean, you didn't want a situation where the same people were there for like 8, 9, 10 years. So I did that. I stayed on the committee another year, and then I did get onto the ACG board, somewhere in between all of that. And then was looking to, for something else to do with an ACG, and they asked me, just to give some thought to a new program we could do, and they were trying to get more corporate development executives involved in ACG. So myself, and I think it was Marcia, just sat and we brainstormed and we launched the Corp Dev series, which I believe now is, I don't even know if Cohn Reznick is still involved in that, but it's definitely, taken on a life of its own, and it's great.
The key mark of success is something growing beyond you and beyond your vision. What would we say was the most fun part about that process of launching a new group within ACG?
I think just watching it succeed and grow. I mean, that was great, and so I came up with the idea, launched it, but then I handed it to some of my colleagues to actually run with that first year. I just was hardly involved, but it was just great to see it evolve. And I think going back to Women of Leadership, I mean, that was just really a satisfying experience. Again, just to reshape the committee and turn it into something now that people do rotate off, and there are new ideas, and lots of people have opportunities to participate in ACG, and that's how it should be.
Talk for a quick second, because our time is short, about what you feel we can do more and better around the goals of diversity and gender inclusion at ACG and in the middle market community as a whole, perhaps.
I mean, the middle market, it's tough. I mean, it's tough in private equity, investment banking, the whole ecosystem. I mean, we struggle with it internally. But I do think, I don't know if it's right to say having quotas and targets for people in leadership roles that are diverse, because I don't know if that works either, Brian. It's, you want the best people and the people that want to be involved, and it doesn't matter who they are. But I think if people see more inclusiveness and more opportunities, I think just by way of doing that, you attract more diversity to the organization.
I agree, and thank you for taking a leadership role there, because that's the first step, is working hard at it. Switching trends, today you led a panel today on at the conference. Can you talk about sort of like any key insights that you would say you derived from the conversation you had, not just the pre-conversations, but the conversation on the stage, because that was pretty dynamic.
I actually learned some things about, they're a client of ours, so I learned some things about them that I probably should have known going into the panel, but that was all good. It's just, I think for me what was the eye-opener was just how quickly the growth has happened in such a short period of time. If you get it right, it's just unbelievable the value you can create in a short period of time.
That's a great way to think about it. And look, that's why we do ACG, because the more you do, the more interactions you have, the more you learn about the people you want to spend time with. Thank you, Claudine.
Thank you, Brian. Great conference, and always happy to be here.
Appreciate it.